Welcome to our sketching lesson, where we'll learn how to draw an owl, starting with the eye and basic outlining. We'll use an HB pencil for initial details and darken with a 4B pencil for depth and shading. Begin by lightly sketching the outline of the owl's eye using an HB pencil. Pay attention to the shape and size, as owls have large, expressive eyes. Draw the second eye, which will be smaller in size as the owl is looking sideways. Measure the size of the owl's eye using a pencil or ruler. Mark this distance for the outline of the face, drawing a rough outline of the owl's head in the curved shape to match the proportions. Once this is done, draw hairs above the beak between the eyes. For hairs, draw lines with some white space in between to make hairs look realistic. The direction of the hair will be downwards here, but a slight randomness in the direction will give a real feeling when looked at. Draw some more facial features like hairs near the eye. These hairs can be lines with little spaces between them, covering the distance between the eye and the end of the face. As an owl has short, curved, downward facing beak, so we will make it downward facing and curved. Draw the beak lightly while keeping hair-like texture. We will darken the beak to make it look beautiful and stand out in the later part of the video. Slightly darkening the eye on the left, leaving some white space to show it is having some hairs near the eye. Just like we did for the eye on the right, we draw hairs near the eye towards the face outward. On moving lower while drawing hairs, draw curved hairs to show a bulge on the face. Draw the feather above the head on the left side. We shade the feather a little darker using the HB pencil. We will darken it later. Darken outline of face. Now we're done with the basic outline of the owl. We can start adding lines in the head for the hairs. Scribble lines on the head to give a hair-like feeling. These lines can be in different directions and of different lengths. Darken outline of the face of the owl on the other side. There are two layers in the reference image which make it look like that there are hairs in between the two lines. Outside the face, draw the owl's body. Horizontal lines can be seen along with hairs on the body. These lines are not exactly horizontal and are drawn at different angles to have a realistic view. Fill up the area between these lines by shading, but keep them a little lighter compared to the depth of the lines. Leave out vertical line in the beak so that eventually it will look like that part is shining. Now we will draw below the head. Draw smaller lines and structures for the front body. Since this part is start of the body, smaller feathers will be visible and will increase in size slowly downwards, which we will see in some time. Notice how the direction of these lines is towards top right to give a curve-like view to the body. Draw the feather above the head on the right side of the image. The feather on the head can be drawn by sudden pencil flicks for hair-like detail. Let the lines go towards top right, but not exactly in same angle. Draw some more lines on the head of the owl. These lines can be in different directions as hair can be in any direction. We shade the head and increase darkness of these lines. Draw feathers on the body. Start by drawing vertical lines going towards the bottom right, just like this. The feathers have bottom dark parts and light parts at the top. So we make dark patch-like structure at the bottom and light hair-like lines at the top. On the right side of the body, we draw the feather pointing towards top left with slightly different angles. Drawing multiple feathers in different shapes with patches will give a view of different layers of feathers, which is exactly what we want. As you can see below each dark patch, we leave a little space, after which there is again a line drawn in the same shape. This can be considered as part of the feather. Drawing multiple patches one below the other can signify that there are multiple feathers one below the other. Now we draw feathers on the left side of the body, pointing towards the center, all the while layering the feathers one on top of the other. Once this is done, we will start the process of darkening the image with a 4B pencil. We draw a feather-like structure and shade it to complete the lower body part. Now that we have drawn completely, we will start using the darker pencil, which is 4B in our case for depth. Darken the beak with a 4B pencil. Leave out one vertical line in the beak for the shine. Darken the eye outline and the pupil of the eye. Leave out one small circle in the pupil since it should look like it is shining. Darken the hairs near the eye to have a sharp view. Darken the feathers on the head. Darken hairs at the outline of the head. Near the eye. Back again, with strokes, so that hair is darker at the start and becomes lighter and lighter slowly. Darken the eye on the left to match the darkness of the other eye. Darken hairs near the eye. Darken hair patches on the head. Darken the overall head with 4B pencil. Rub off some parts of the head, using a regular eraser to form black and white texture of the hair on the head. Erase in the same manner with Mono 0 eraser for better finishing. Once the back part of the body is darkened, erase by running strokes of the Mono 0 eraser to give a soft feather-like look. Notice how we're shading again on top of white part to reduce the lightness. Darken the body on the front. The feather patches on the body need to be more darker compared to the top part of the feathers. Shade the background where multiple feathers are drawn to highlight layering. Cover the whole body from left to right. Notice how the top part seems to be a little lighter compared to bottom. It is a smooth transition from darkness to lightness, from bottom to top of the body. The eye is the most important part of an owl's body. Shade in a circular motion around the pupil. Notice how the darkness reduces at the bottom and is more darker towards the top part. Darken the beak near the tip and slowly move towards top right, lightly blending and reducing the darkness. Draw hairs covering the beak. Drawing strokes using a Mono 0 eraser for thin hair like view. Draw thin hairs at the edge of the face.